Hello everyone, a very good afternoon to all of you. We are starting our second vocabulary class on idioms and phrases today. Um, the first one, if you remember, was a lot easier, right? But this one would be a little more difficult because many of you said that the first one was very, very easy. So are you ready to start? Yes? Okay, we will start then. We will follow the same pattern. I'll show you the questions, then you tell me the answers, and after that we will start. Good afternoon, Rahul, Khushbu, Manas. Let us start the class then. All right. What do you think is the meaning of getting your ducks in a row, or in which sentence is the situation similar to getting your ducks in a row? All right. Good afternoon, Khushi and Kajal. Where, which situation? Type in your answers with the question number. Is it one? Is it A, B, C, or D? Having patients come in an alphabetical order, arranging your mark sheet straight according to your grades in descending order. Is it getting your next week's work sorted out the previous week so that you can go on a vacation? Or is it deceiving your superior? Prasanna says it's C. What are the other answers? Maybe B, say Khushbu and Manas. Alright, so the answer is C, getting your ducks straight for the shooting. Shooting ducks is to become efficient and well organized. Okay, now let us look at two more common duck uh, phrasal verbs or idiomatic expression. Criticism to him is like water off a duck's back. Okay, or he brushes criticism off like water off a duck's back. What does that mean? It means that he doesn't care. Criticism doesn't affect him at all. So be like water off a duck's back means something that doesn't have any effect because the duck's feathers are waterproof, right? They have an oily surface. So the water just seems to glide away. Same way when you criticize somebody, the criticism doesn't stick. He's not affected by it. So you say it's like water off a duck's back. The other duck expression that you normally hear is a lame duck. Lame duck president, lame duck captain, a person or thing which is helpless or ineffective, or somebody in an official position who is not powerful, who is being exploited by juniors, who's not able to do anything, is called a lame duck. All right? Okay, next one. Which of the following is the meaning of work like a charm? A, have the desired effect. B, the tool of a smooth operator. C, there's something that works only for charismatic people. Or is it D, something that works very well but is expensive? What does work like a charm mean? Question 2. Question 2, Kajal says A has the desired effect. Manas A. Okay. I want more answers, guys, quickly. Okay. Okay, work like a charm is similar to another expression called do the trick, which means something which has the effect that you want. So if you say something works like a charm, it means it has the effect that you want. It's like a charm, like magic, it's working. And the same thing is to do the trick. Okay, do the trick also mean something which solves a problem, has the effect that we want. Got it? All right, good. Too many of you got right. Let's look at the third question. Little more difficult. Let's see whether, just guess what you think is the meaning. A long road to hoe. Does it mean a nagging job, a long and challenging job, a tough person to deal with, or an obviously bad person? What do you think question 3 means? A long road to hoe. Nagging job, long challenging job, a tough person to deal with, or an obviously bad person. Khushi says B, Prasanna says B. Okay, any other answers quickly? B, yeah. A hoe is the tool used by a, 1 minute, where's my pen? Yeah. A hoe is a tool used by a farmer to cultivate fields. So if he has a long row to hoe, it means he had a long, tedious, challenging job. He has to cultivate a long area, a big area. So a long row to hoe is a long and challenging job. All right. Okay. Similar, but not exactly the same, is this, which is often asked: a heavy cross to bear. It's an unpleasant situation that you have to accept and to deal with. It has a biblical reference. They say Jesus Christ was made to carry the cross on which he was crucified. So when they say it's a heavy cross to bear, that means you have an unpleasant situation and you have to accept it and you have to deal with it. Identical to that is a bitter pill to swallow. COVID is not going to go away so soon. That is a bitter pill to swallow for many of us. We thought 2-3 months it will peak and then it will go, just like we thought in China. We don't know what's happening in China, right? It took about 2-3 months and then we thought if Wuhan went back to normal, but didn't. We don't know what's happening there. So that's a bitter pill to swallow. All right. So that is the meaning of heavy cross to bear and a bitter pill to swallow. Got that, all of you? Good afternoon, Arvind. Ready for the next question? Okay. We have 3 idioms and 3 meanings. Read and match the following. Often takes me a little longer to match the following, which is why I gave it to you. What do you think is the right answer which matches the idioms with their right meanings? Question 4. Quickly, just type in your answers. 4, match. Have a piece of paper always when you're attending class. Separating the sheep from the goat, Arvind says is D. That means 1 is B. Distinguishing the good from the bad. Searching the place with a fine tooth comb, making a very thorough search or analysis. To wake up with a start actually means to wake up suddenly. Okay. Now, to wake up part has been removed. Therefore, the answer is 3C. No, 1B, 1B, 2A, 3C. So it has to be C, no? Yeah. Separating the sheep from the goat, 1 is B, 2 is A, and 3 is C. Alright, so the answer is C. Got it? Okay. Now, wake up with a start means physically you're waking up with suddenly, like that. You get a bad dream and you wake up suddenly. That's also saying I woke up with a start. When you wake up to something, it means you're finally realizing the importance of a situation, or you're finally realizing that the situation exists. It took a while for the Indian government to wake up to the Chinese invasion in the Northeast, Chinese infringement of the Northeast. Similar to sheep and goat is to separate the wheat from the chaff. Wheat and chaff is the covering on the wheat. So to separate the wheat from the chaff means, yes, Arvind, generally we do not give, they don't give match the following. But I gave it because I want to give as many questions as possible. Alright, so to separate the sheep from the goat, the more common thing is to separate the wheat from the chaff. Basically, wheat from its cover. That also means separate something of good quality from something which is not. Could be thing, could be people. Alright. All right. Now again, two meanings and two idiomatic expressions have been given. What does sit tight mean and to put your foot in your mouth? Both the correct combination has to be there. Which answer has it? Question 5. So the first part will have the meaning of to sit tight. The second part will have the meaning of to put your foot in your mouth. All right. To sit tight means to be parsimonious. What does parsimonious mean? Stingy, miserly, not ready to spend money. Or does it mean be insightful? Or does it mean be stubborn? Or does it mean remain firm in your position? Firm about your position, firm on your position. All would be said. And to put your foot in your mouth is to say something which is very embarrassing, to say something you regret because it's embarrassing, it's not meant to be said. All right, so the answer is D. Okay, this all of you know because it's a business term. Going back to the drawing board. What do you think going back to the drawing board means? Is it A, starting over from scratch after failure? Is it B, resuming from where one left off the previous time? Is it ending something abruptly? Or is it D, chalking out plans? Give the question number. Put 6 and then give the answer. Arvind, give the question number. Okay. Okay, Prasanna. Arvind, Khushbu, Prasanna all think it's A. A it is. Starting, going back to the drawing board means going back to the, no, sorry. Going back to the drawing board means going back to the, starting from scratch, to start all over again. Okay. All right. What does a far cry from? The apartment turned out to be a far cry from what I had imagined. When you read the ads, when you look at the pictures in the ads, everything looks like fantastic. Every residence looks like Ambani residence. But when you actually go, it turns out to be a far cry from what has been advertised. In fact, I find that always the case with saris. You see the ad, suddenly the sari looks stunning on Deepika Padukone. Somehow you imagine the sari would look the same on you. And then when you go and buy it in the shop, you realize it doesn't. To be very different from. By the way, there is another term which they use in American English called just a far cry, which could also mean long distance physically. Okay. We live a far cry from the city means far away from the city. They use it literally. Okay, so just remember that. All right, once again, we have matched the following. So carefully read the things on column 1 and match it with its meaning in column 2. Not playing with the full deck, letting the cat out of the bag, cut corners, here on the grapevine, just the grapevine also, flip out and off one's rocker. Not play with the full deck. Khushbu says D, Sania says D, okay. Prasanna D. Okay, not playing with the full deck is somebody who is not fully mentally okay. All right, so somebody who's mentally unsound. Okay, letting the cat out of the bag is letting out a secret. Cutting corners is taking shortcuts. On the grapevine means rumors. You know how it started, right? The actual, it is called grapevine telegraph as opposed to the actual telegraph. Grapevine, the tendrils are all locked with one another. Word of mouth, people coming together, relations and friends. The story travels faster as if it's traveling through a grapevine, right? So rumors. Flip out, to go crazy, and off one's rocker is also similar. Therefore, the answer is 1F, 2E, cut corners is 3A. Yeah, all right, all of us got that. Question 9. Rubbing it in. Which of these situations is similar to rubbing it in? A parent rebuking a child for playing in the rain, a brother yelling at his younger sister for breaking his favorite sunglasses, Alfred shaking his head at Batman, who's now a fugitive, saying, I told you so, or Superman running so fast that he beat the Flash in 100 meters, showing off or smirking as he did it. Question 9. What do you think is the meaning of rubbing it in? Question 9. Yeah, Sania, 8 is correct. 8D is correct. Let's look at 9. Robin says it's C. Manus, Kajal, B. Okay. Prasanna says it's C. Akash, you meant 9, right? Yeah. Okay. So when somebody keeps repeating or reminding you of a mistake or a problem that you are already embarrassed about, already feeling bad about, then you say stop rubbing it in. All right, so the answer is C. Did I pick any more rubbing? No. Okay, so stop rubbing it in means stop repeating it so many times. 9, why are you confused between C and D? No, D is showing off, Khushbu. C is, let's say, you made some mistake, and your friend or your sister or brother keep reminding you of that mistake, that you're anyway upset about it, you're anyway embarrassed about it, and somebody keeps repeating that, then you say it's like rubbing it in. Like rubbing salt in the wounds, you're rubbing it in. You're making things worse by reminding me of something that is happening. So answer is C. No, B is just, somebody breaking something, you are justifiably angry. That is not rubbing it in. Yes, less intelligent is different from mentally IQ. But here the meaning was given as per the question paper. Somebody who's actually mentally unsound is said low deck, but low IQ is also okay. I mean, we accept it. Somebody who's less intelligent is also called not full playing to the full deck. All right, to drive something home. What do you think it means? To find one's roots, to return to a place of rest, to lose all money in betting, or to emphasize. So generally, I gave something, but it normally is drive a point home. Okay. He drove home the point by showing uh, statistics. You want to say that this is dangerous, you should not do it. So how did he bring attention to the fact? To state something clearly and emphatically is to drive something home. Answer is D. All right, D is the answer. To drive something home, to drive or hammer a point home is to say something clearly and emphatically. It doesn't have anything to do with roots, it doesn't have anything to do with place of rest, it doesn't have anything to do with money. It means to state something clearly and forcefully so that everyone understands. So to drive the point home, he gave the example of so and so place. So somebody makes a statement and he wants to clarify what his position is. So to drive the point home, he gave pictures and statistics to prove, to emphasize, to state very, very clearly. All right. This is something that you should know. Okay. This has been asked in. All right. To hide your light under a bushel. What do you think it means? Robin, which one? What is how? To drive a point home. To hammer home the point is the expression. So when you make PowerPoints, right? Sometimes you give graphs. Why? Graphs help you to drive the point home clearly. Or you give statistics. Why? So that you can emphasize and clarify. So to state something clearly and forcefully, that is to, normally it is used as this sentence, to drive the point home. We don't literally, that's what it means. Push it into your head so that you understand exactly what it is. That is to drive the point home. That's how it is used. Okay. All right. Question 11. To hide your light under a bushel. One of Gandhiji's favorite hymns, right? This little guiding light of mine, I will not hide it under a bushel. All that it says. Okay. To hide your light under a bushel means A, to be modest, B, to hide behind a bushel, C, to hide behind the bush, or D, to be attentive in keeping a secret. Answer is to be modest about your achievements, to stay away from the limelight. All right, that is to hide your light under a bushel. All of you got that right. Okay. What is bread? This is an IIFT or yeah question, I think. What is bred in the bone will come out in the flesh. What do you think that means? A, B, C, or D? Question 12. All right, inherited characteristics, something you got, will eventually come out. They will be revealed. So it basically means what is bred in the bone, what you have got in your bones, in your body, will come out. So inherited characteristics eventually are revealed or cannot be concealed. 12b, literally it is. Okay. All right. To put the cart before the horse, what do you think that means? To help a person who does not need it, to force a person to do something, to reverse the natural order of things, or to create problems. Why not C? Khushbu, what is C? No, but what is bred in the bone means genetically what is there. What you have inside your bones will eventually show outside. So whatever you have inherited as part of your genes, bred in your bone, which is part of your interior, will be reflected outside. Got it? Nothing to do with diet. Diet is also external, right? Yeah. 13. Okay. Now, think a cart, a horse rides the cart, a horse draws the cart. So if you put the cart before the horse, then it basically means to reverse the natural order of things. All right. When you do something which is supposed to be done later, before, then they say this is like putting the cart before the horse. Okay, the horse has to come first and then the cart is fixed to the horse. Instead, you're putting the cart before the horse. Okay, so to reverse the natural order of things. Okay, this is again a question in a question paper. To take the wind out of someone's sails, another person's sails. What does it mean? To take the wind out of another person's sails. What does it mean? To defeat someone on the high seas, to defeat someone in naval warfare, to cause someone to lose confidence or energy, or to deliberately spoil someone's reputation. What do you think 14 means? Yeah, 13 is C, right? Yeah, 14. What do you think 14 means? Yeah. When Dhoni announced his retirement, the Chennai Super King management and team felt the wind taken out of their sails. Now, along with Dhoni, Raina is also gone. So it's like, but has he retired from 2020 also? No, right? I'm not sure. To take the wind out of another's sails means to cause someone to lose confidence or energy. Okay, literally it means to incapacitate somebody, but that's not okay. So 14C, all of you got that. All right, I hope you all have been preparing well for a cat. What we will do next time is maybe take a break from vocabulary and go on to some reading comprehension, and then we'll get back to vocabulary again. Or I normally find that the short YouTube sessions are good for vocabulary because people you will remember more when we do only 14, 15, or actually today we learned 20. Uh, but let me see. Okay, so, another, I think it's getting a little too much vocabulary. Maybe we should do a little grammar and then come back to RC. I don't know. Yeah, I'll find out what to do. All right. So, meanwhile, study hard, stay home, stay safe. This is the best time to prepare for any exams you're planning to prepare. At least it keeps your mind away from, the newspaper and all those numbers that the newspaper shows. All right. Take care, all of you. Okay. Bye bye then. Para summary. Everything will be covered, Arvind. There is a this was tough. Thank you, Akash. I actually sent a mail saying, let's make the questions little tougher because one student said it was very easy. So maybe we will have every element that is asked in CAT. I'm trying to do it in the YouTube session. So RC, para jumble, para summary, everything will be done. Only I do not know the order till now. Should come in. Okay, all of them we will cover. Bye guys. Take care.